washing your system by hand. There's no water, chemicals, or disassembly. Just pop in your mask, close the lid, and presto, your CPAP system is clean and fresh in minutes. Call SoClean.com to try it risk-free at home for 30 days.
Weird.
This is a limited time offer, only available by calling 1-800-700-1996. That's 1-800-700-1996.
If you notice your house isn't holding its temp anymore, or it can't
Yeah, it talks a little close to the microphone.
It's probably been acting up this whole time, but you're just going to start noticing now. There are switches and safeties on furnaces. The furnace will come on and then go back off. And it'll just keep on cycling like that, and all you hear is the furnace running, and you're just assuming it's working, but now you're finding out that it's not working.
To my viewers who are watching online right now, we are back.
3-4 days. Don't worry.
We've got about another
very quick. And we'll get your heat
40 minutes of the show
as quickly as we can.
If you want to comment, the number 314-436-7900, 1-800-925-1120.
And in most cases,
but we are broadcasting live, ladies and gentlemen.
Back on. So if you don't have any heat, call me. Bart.
Glad to have you here. So Mike, Mike, what did you think of the studio? Kind of groovy, right?
It's Bart Inman, 314.
He's answering the phone.
I'm on the line with somebody.
No. Go.
Busey Bank is proud to partner for Purpose and Progress with you, your family, and the greater St. Louis community as Pulaski Bank joins together with Busey this fall. From financial guidance and support to energetic volunteers and community advocates, we are committed to improving the quality of life in the communities we serve, because supporting our neighbors in their dreams leads to vibrant, thriving communities we're proud to call home. Together we're growing forward. Busey and Pulaski Bank. Member FDIC.
Okay, we do have one caller.
I got him. Leonard.
Playoffs. Shoot, score!
Right back.
Game winner. The Blues preserve the other point.
And these thrilling moments.
Leads it for Tarasenko. They score!
The action-packed stretch to the postseason is here.
The Blues still have a chance at a Central Division title.
Choose 5 games or the full stretch and get playoff purchase access. Details at stlouisblues.com or 314-622-BLUE.
If you are misclassifying your employees as independent contractors, you are depriving your employees of important benefits and putting your business at risk of costly penalties and fines. To see if you are properly classifying your workers, visit labor.mo.gov/offthebooks to take the worker misclassification assessment today. Sponsored by the Missouri Department of Labor.
Got more than $5,000 in credit card debt? If you haven't called Credit Associates yet to find out for free how much of it could be forgiven, you've got one more chance right now. Call now for free information. 1-800-600-6680. The big credit card companies don't want you to know this, but if you've got more than $5,000 in credit card debt that you can't afford, you do not have to pay it all back. You have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. And right now, you can find out for free just how little that is. For free information, call 1-800-600-6680. Our mission is to save everyday Americans from paying off way more of their debt than they have to. That's why we're giving this information away for free. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. But hurry while this free opportunity lasts. For free information and to find out how much of your debt could be forgiven,
back in about
call
10.
1-800-600-6680. That's 1-800-600-6680.
The voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Rob Carson is my name, filling in on News Radio 1120 KMOX. And the numbers here, 314-436-7900, 1-800-925-1120. A lot of stuff on the plate today. Obviously, the President of the United States, Donald Trump. I know it's so weird, right? Donald Trump is finishing the first week of his presidency in just an amazing fashion, getting a lot of things done, turning things around. TPP, Obamacare, just all sorts of stuff. Today, there was the March for Life in Washington, D.C. It was not the vulgar display that we saw last Saturday in the March for Women, which is not a march for women. It was a march for radical pro-abortion women. It's a joke. Madonna was there. How well did Madonna work on stage for Hillary Clinton? Just disgusting. Just a disgusting display. I'm not saying that there weren't people there who had legitimate concerns, all that, but it was just a gigantic, I don't even know what to say, cluster bleep. Anyway, today, the March for Life, no profanity, no Hitler flags, no comparisons of the president to Hitler, just people who were there just with the grace and the dignity of saying, if you are born, if you are in the womb, you deserve the right to live. All right? Now, there's an interesting question that a lot of people have to say, that how can you be pro-life and pro-death penalty? Leonard has been nice enough to hold, and Leonard is going to comment on that. Leonard, welcome to News Radio 1120 KMOX. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Leonard, and
yes.
If anybody ever
we got that already. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah, if anybody ever wants to protest for saving life, I'm for saving life. And that's all right to protest for that, because I'm against abortion, and I'm a strong supporter of the death penalty. And when someone kills, I believe they should be put to death in that.
Well, Leonard, let me just end the argument here real quick. Fetuses don't rape and murder. There we go. That's the end of it. Now, I will tell you, and thanks for the call, Leonard. Do appreciate it. I will tell you the reason why I am against the death penalty. And I have evolved on this. You may say that I've not evolved, because the death penalty in this country is a giant pain in the ass. It is abused. There are people who have been convicted beyond a reasonable doubt. Jeffrey Dahmer, what you name the criminal, and Charles Manson, and they live forever, and they go through numerous appeals, and the families of the people who have been victimized suffer greatly. The death penalty, as is right now, is ineffectual. And so I say to those who are under the death penalty, life in prison, goodbye. You're done. Remember the Menendez brothers? Remember those, the Menendez brothers from the 1990s? Killed their parents? Have you heard hide nor hair of these doofuses who killed their parents? So right now, as is, as much as I support killing people who kill people, I get it. The eye for the eye thing. It's not working. So I say right now the death penalty is not working. It is not worth it. It's not working. We're better off putting in jail and leaving them forever and forgetting about them. That's just, sorry, that's how I roll. That's where I am right now. Your thoughts are welcome at 314. Man, we have talked about just abortion and the death penalty. I mean, are we playing the hits? This is like a talk radio. It's like a classic hit station. Tonight on talk radio, we're playing all the hits: gun control, abortion, and death penalty. Call right now. It's almost like listening to a classic rock station, and you hear Leonard Skinner 500 times a day and Led Zeppelin. Nothing against those bands. It just gets a little old after a while. So let's move on. Shall we move on? I think we should move on. I am on Facebook Live right now. You can see my lovely face, although slightly unshaven. And, I'm, 50-year-old guy. But anyway, it's Rob Carson Show on Facebook. Rob Carson Show on Facebook. Something kind of light. We're going to get into something more serious in a few. SLU is doing a class on what to do when you see somebody smacking their kid in public. I know it sounds kind of weird, right? So we're going to share the audio from that coming up here in a few minutes. Get your thoughts on that. Have you ever interrupted somebody? Have you ever seen somebody hitting their kid in public and said, hey, knock it off? Or do you feel like it's none of your business? If you're hitting your kid, you're smacking your kid on the butt, should it be anybody's business? I'm going to share that in just a couple of minutes. Belleville, Illinois. This is just ridiculous. 11-year-old Peyton Mercer, 6th grade at Harmony Intermediate School, bowled a 300 January 21st, while playing at Bel Air Bowl Saturday night youth game. You want to know what this kid's average is? Are you a bowler? You know, it's really funny. Today I was watching The Big Lebowski. Have you watched that movie? It's okay. It's overrated. Kingpin's a better movie, by the way. Kingpin's spectacular. This kid bowls at 254. She's been bowling since the age of 5. This kid is the youngest person in Illinois. I can't imagine you being younger in the United States to score a 300. What the hell? An 11-year-old bowling at 300. This is something I started bowling when I was, I think, 12. And I think the closest I came was like 248, 250. This kid is just an 11-year-old bowling a perfect game. I don't know. It's interesting. You see kids like 10 years old picking up blues guitar and playing like Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't know. Anyway, this kid is the United States Bowling Congress, which I think they get together twice a year, will ultimately certify the results, provided there's no filibuster or the Senate doesn't jump in. Anyway, could be the youngest person in Illinois to score a 300. Current record holder Stephen Garland, who bowled a 311 years, 6 months, 21 days. This girl scored it a little bit earlier. All right, on the way, going to be talking about what do you do when you see somebody smacking their kid in public? Do you get involved? Have you gotten involved? I'd love to know your thoughts. 314-436-7900, 1-800-925-1120. My name is Rob Carson. You could also see me live, my lovely face, at Facebook at Rob Carson Show. Okay? I'm on right now. You are listening to News Radio 1120, KMOX.
Join KMOX as we celebrate Heritage Night, an evening with Bob Plager on Wednesday at Patio's.
Hey, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Discussion
I have one caller. He does not want to go on. He was just wondering if you knew the name of the class at Salute.
Doors open at 6:30 and the event kicks off at 8 p.m. There's free parking, a cash bar, and food and snacks for purchase. Tickets are only $25. For more information and ticket
I don't
details,
have him.
go
Tell him to listen,
and
I will share information on
This
it.
message is only for men who want.
I've got a report coming up that I'm going to share
build serious muscle,
about it, but I don't have the official site on it, dude. Sorry.
Volcano to guys who aren't afraid to stack on the plates. Volcano is the professional-grade pre-workout nitric oxide booster from Force Factor, the groundbreaking muscle builder that GNC just can't keep in stock. This incredibly powerful supplement is not for everyone. If you're not ready to get ripped, don't bother. Everyone else can get a complimentary bottle by texting MASS to 369-369. Volcano gives you an explosive boost in nitric oxide, which quickly amplifies your energy and power. You'll tackle every rep with more intensity and endurance, better drive and performance, and faster recovery. The result? A serious increase in lean muscle mass, size, strength, and definition guaranteed. Ready for shocking gains? Get your complimentary bottle of Volcano by texting MASS to 369-369. That's MASS to 369-369.
So many of you are looking for the perfect senior care facility. Visit Nazareth Living Center, the proud recipient of their 6th 5-star rating. From their newly renovated private rooms and their expanded state-of-the-art therapy gym to help you recover from surgery or an injury, Nazareth Living Center even has brand new independent living apartment homes set to open this spring. Reserve yours today. Nazareth Living Center, a premier provider of senior living in South St. Louis County. For more information, go to their website, nazarethlivingcenter.com.
Hey guys, it's Chris Raby. I walked into the bedroom store last week not having any idea what kind of mattress was right for me. We've all done it before. You buy a mattress without really knowing what you're buying. Not at the bedroom store. As soon as I walked in, Denny Boyd and his staff began educating me about how I needed to think about sleeping, how I needed to think about buying a mattress. And it's so easy. I went through the Sleep Metrics program. It scientifically matches the correct mattress with your body profile and sleep style. Take the guesswork out out of finding the right mattress. Then they offer a 5-star guarantee, the best pricing, selection, service, fast free delivery, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. Their motto is quality sleep for a better life. And I can't wait to get my new Cube mattress from the Bedroom Store and tell you all about it. Trust me, go into one of their 15 area retail locations, say hello to Denny Boyd and his staff, and try the brand new Cube bed for yourself. The Bedroom Store, quality sleep for a better life.
Rosinante was an old
2 minutes, Rob.
Dodge Post,
All right, my friend.
which I converted into a fine motorhome. While my little brother Guy kept begging, "Let's go camping." Finally, in late August, we went. I didn't tell our parents where we were going. For 2 weeks, we chased the sun until we couldn't go any farther. We fought the winds across Kansas, saw the Grand Canyon, Cave of the Winds, Oak Creek Canyon.
Let's suppose that you're writing a really
Quite
important
feat,
email
since
to a call.
Rosinante couldn't go faster than 50 miles an hour, but we made it back 2 days after school started. America calls. Share it with your kids. Buy or rent an RV from Buyer.
What have I become? What have I done? Discover your family, show them you care for the rest of your life. You gotta be there.
Byerly, just 15 minutes west of I-270 on I-44 in Eureka.
Believe it or not, we all talk to ourselves in the car. If you think you don't, you do. And the weird thing is usually you're by yourself. I've talked with moms who are still yelling at their kids when they've dropped them off after school, CEOs who are concerned about issues that are going on at their work or in their home, and people from all walks of life who feel, for whatever reason, they're a failure. And I keep telling people the same thing over and over and over.
You didn't listen to Foo Fighters,
never
dude.
Talk back to you. Who among us?
Oh, I've heard all their stuff.
I love their stuff, dude.
I'm Vin Cillier, President and CEO of Great Circle.
Incubus,
Recently,
though.
I've
I'm
been
glad you
traveling all around the
appreciate
state of
Incubus.
Missouri,
They're
talking to people of
fantastic.
all walks of
You ever
life,
listen to Audio
and these
Slave?
themes that continue to come up.
Oh,
are
yeah, one of my
issues,
favorite bands.
self-esteem, and family conflict.
Dude,
And I
Show
tell
Me How to
everyone
Live
the
is
same thing.
frickin'
Great
life
Circle can help.
anthem.
We accept all
Especially
types of
flying
insurance.
down a black
Great
diamond.
Circle isn't a last resort.
Hell
It's a
yeah,
first step
brother.
for any type of
Done that. I did a double black in Colorado that I was sneaked into by my wife, and I almost killed her.
Those are the best.
No, they're
All right,
not.
here's
They're
our
terrifying.
recorder. We're coming back here.
All right.
Always informative.
No, they're
Always
not.
KMOX.
All right. Hey, guys, how are you? It's Rob Carson filling in on News Radio 1120 KMOX. It's just such an honor and a privilege to be here. I'm giddy. I'm giddy to be here. Thanks for listening to this glorious radio station. I'm doing the show, of course, on KMOX 1120. Also, I'm doing a live broadcast on Facebook at Rob Carson Show. Rob Carson Show. You can see my lovely face, slightly obscured by a large microphone. I also do a food blog, which is called Rob Carson's Table. I'm a major barbecue fan, and I'm a cook, and I've been cooking for a number of years. So I'm really good at barbecue, and I'm really good at just other stuff. You know what, dear God, we can disagree on politics, but let's not disagree on ribs unless you're a vegan, and then you have a eating disorder. Okay, so lots of stuff to get to on the radio program before we end the show today. So an interesting story today on let's see, I'm trying to remember what station it was on earlier today. But anyway, SLO is doing a new, I guess, a class on how to react to children who are adults who are smacking their children in public. Family Resource Center and Safe Connections work with victims and perpetrators of child and domestic abuse. They got a grant from the Missouri Foundation for Health. It's a 2-year pilot program. I want to know your thoughts on this. And I want to know if you've ever seen somebody abusing a child, smacking a kid. Did you react? Do you feel like you should react? I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, there's an overreaction. Don't get me wrong. There's an overreaction to corporal punishment, and there are parents who are over-punished. But at the same time, if you see a kid being abused in public by the mom or dad or smacked around, this is a metaphor for what's going on at home. The reason why I bring this up is because I was abused at home. So sometimes when you see a parent smacking a kid out in the public, you're saving a kid. You're seeing a kid go through, and this is the only chance. And I'll tell you, I don't want to sound the victim here. But if an abused kid, oh dear Lord, abused children don't have an outlet. What they go through on a daily basis is prison. This even segues into being bullied. They don't say anything. They just suffer through it. And it is wretched and awful. But at the same time, give your kid a swat on the diaper, like I occasionally do with my kid. It's not child abuse. I don't beat my children. But there were a time or two that I gave my kid a swat on the diaper, and it didn't hurt the child. It was on the diaper. Just enough to wake him up again. Okay. I stopped. It was weird because I'm a parent now for 17 years, and I'll never forget. I was riding home with my kid, my son, and he was being very bad at whatever. He's disobeying me or whatever, and he was 18 months old, and I got in the car and I said to him, when I get home, I'm going to spank you. And we drove a little bit further. I looked in the back rearview mirror and I realized he was weeping. He was terrified. And I said, I'm not going to spank my kid anymore. So I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think about this? There's a new program at SLU talking about if you see somebody spanking a kid in public, what do you do? Here is the report.
I think it's important for us all to realize that this happens more than we think.
You've seen parents scream or hit their children in public places.
If people are acting out in a harsh way in public, in a way that we might think is violent and inappropriate, imagine in a non-public setting what that's like for the children.
It doesn't matter whether...
Thank you. Because a lot of the times with abuse, it manifests itself outside of the home. And things that are much worse are happening there. More from the story.
Whether they're on the playground or in the grocery store, you make a split-second decision about whether to intervene.
And you have to really quickly assess a situation. I mean, certainly there's a continuum. If a child is being assaulted or is in immediate danger, that warrants a very swift response.
Studies show most people are not comfortable interfering in those intensely personal moments.
We need skills. So just as any other behavior we need to practice.
That's one reason researchers at St. Louis University have launched a 2-year pilot training program to teach bystanders how to respond when child discipline goes too far.
If we can teach people the language to use when you approach a stressed out parent and a child, that makes people more inclined to step in.
The goal, health professionals say, is not to judge well-intentioned moms and dads.
People just get overwhelmed. There are so many stressors on us.
But to offer them help and support so their children don't end up in the emergency room.
Parents can feel like they have an ally, even if it is a stranger.
Okay, you know what? Here's the deal. If your kid ends up in the emergency room, there's no excuse for it. You can throw softballs at this. But if your kid ends up in the emergency, you're done as a parent. Have you ever seen somebody smacking their kid in public? What did you do? And I'm going to tell you right now, while I don't believe in parents having there's an overpunishment to some degree. People overreact. They don't understand. When you correct your kid, But at the same time, there are children who are crying out because they are being abused. And when you see this in public, holy crap. Now, when a few years ago, I remember I saw a baby bouncing around in a back seat out of a car seat. And I called the police because there was no car seat in the back, the kids in the back. And I hate to be a busybody, don't get me wrong, but by God, I'm here to protect the kid. So your thoughts on this new program at SLO, training people how to react when they see a kid being hit in public. Did you do it? Is this too much? Ginger, you will be up next. All right. We're going to take a break here. The number is 314-436-7900 or 1-800-925-1120. And, of course, you can see me live on Facebook. I'm so handsome. At Rob Carson Show on News Radio 1120 KMOX.
This is Alex Ferrario. Want to wish Mike Kelly a congratulations on becoming a new member of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. It's a pleasure to get to work with you on Sports on a Sunday morning and all the time here at KMOX. So congratulations, Mike, and look forward to hear you brag about it next Sunday.
If you or
KMOX.
someone you love is suffering from hearing loss, please stay tuned for a special free offer from the makers of a revolutionary hearing breakthrough called Listen Clear.
We're back at 48:30, so you're going to have about 6 minutes.
And it can be
Very
adjusted
good, my friend.
to
Thank
best
you.
fit your individual hearing needs. Right now, we're offering
God,
absolutely
this went
free
so
in-home
fast,
trials
dude.
to
Do a great
everyone
job.
who calls now. 1-800-900-6181.
You're a good man, my brother.
You'll also receive
I have
free
said many
shipping.
things
Listen Clear is
positive to
lightweight
Mr.
and
Steve
practically
Moore
invisible, so people
about
typically
you.
won't even notice.
Yeah, right.
when
You
you're
told
wearing
him my taste in
So
music
again,
sucks.
If you or someone you love
You
is
like
suffering
Incubus,
from hearing
bitch.
loss, please give them or yourself this life-changing 100%
You need to learn a few
free in-home
things,
trial
but you're
with
there,
free
you're there,
shipping.
you're there.
If you like it, you could even get free batteries for life. For
God,
free
you gotta listen
information,
to
call now.
audio slave. Holy shit.
1-800-900-6181.
I told you I do. I told you I snowboard.
Well, show me how to live. What does that mean to you?
1-800-900-6181.
The results from 2016 are in, and it's official.
Fantastic,
Distinctive
fantastic
Diamonds
song.
dominates
Great,
the
and
market
also,
here when it comes to diamonds and engagement rings. No other store even comes close to
Soundgarden.
Distinctive's
Soundgarden's
mind-blowing selection,
spectacular,
rock
though.
bottom pricing, or
I
cutting-edge
have,
warranties.
honestly,
Distinctive
it's kind of
left the
funny, buddy.
old-style
I've got a
ordinary
Chris
jewelry stores and
Cornell
corporate
autographed
chains way
picture
behind in
hanging in my
2016
studio.
by giving customers more choices and a more modern-day shopping
I know.
experience. And if you're getting engaged this year, great news.
You want to hear something really
Distinctive
funny?
has
I don't know if I
brought in
told you
even more
this.
GIA-certified
My son's
diamonds from a
first
half carat
concert
to 10
happened
carat,
this summer.
straight from the diamond cutters. Whatever size or shape,
And it was
Distinctive
Weezer.
has
You want to
in
hear the
stock
cool
at
thing
the
about it?
Weezer's cool.
best price,
You
not
want to hear the
just in
cool
St.
thing about
Louis,
it?
but in the USA. And
My
our selection
wife's
of rings is expanding. Now
friend
with
is a
over
few years
4,000
older.
handcrafted one-of-a-kind rings to give her,
Her
that unique
daughter
look from a top
married
designer.
the
Don't make a
drummer
mistake and
of
pay too much
Weezer.
somewhere else.
Wow,
Discover
good
the
for
smart,
her.
Now listen
better
to
way
this.
to buy
Listen
an
to this.
engagement ring from the
They're
only jewelry
touring
store
through
here owned by a
KC.
major diamond
So my
diamond
son
wholesaler.
goes
Distinctive Diamonds,
with my
all at the
daughter.
270 at City
Their
Place, where
first
St. Louis
concert,
gets engaged.
they got
Book
on the
your next vacation
effing
at AAA's Travel
tour
Marketplace.
bus with
Saturday,
Weezer
February
before the
4th from 9 to
show.
3 at Ameristar
amazing.
Casino.
Ridiculous,
with over 20
right?
tour and cruise vendors offering special
That
deals
is
and AAA
insane.
member
I
benefits.
know, my
Hear
son's
from
hanging
AAA
out with
travel partners
with,
on destinations
with
like
Weezer.
Alaska,
I'm like,
Canada,
you
Europe, the Caribbean,
dog,
and
geez.
more. That's AAA's Travel
Isn't that
Marketplace.
funny?
Saturday, February 4th from 9 to 3 at Ameristar Casino. Call your AAA office
So
today
funny.
for more information or go to AAA.com.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey. You know, in my past 10 years at KMOX, I've seen few products with the lasting quality and reputation.
What was
of
your first
Beam
concert, dude?
Vacuum system, and for good reason. Beam's a great company and a
Screen a
great
call
product.
real quick.
A Beam
Oh, no,
picks
no,
up
no, no.
dirt and debris that other vacuums can't. It eliminates dust and allergens. Plus, it's quicker and easier to use. But the best just keeps getting better at Beam. Beam of St. Louis is introducing the brand new Beam Alliance system, winner of the 2013 Plus X Product of the Year award. So many exciting new features: stronger motor, true HEPA filtration, variable speed, and a smart screen with two-way communication. So your hose actually tells you when it's time to go to the basement or the garage to empty the dirt canister. How great is that? And the patented press and release bucket is so easy to use. As part of the Electrolux family, Beam stands behind their product with an amazing warranty. Check it out at beamstl.com or visit their showroom to see the new Alliance system. For a cleaner, healthier home, call Beam at 800-264-BEAM.
Attention. All right, so we got Ginger and Jeff on the line. I'll hit music around 56:20. Take it to 56:50.
Noxitril is an option that is
We're
completely
back
private,
in 1
has
minute.
received tremendous reviews, and can be at your door in just days. Pharmaceutical companies dislike us because we present a real option to their higher prices and insurance limitations. After years of research, Noxitril has been developed and formulated in U.S. FDA labs, packed with the highest quality potent ingredients. Noxitril is a true breakthrough in
Ben,
male
good to see you,
potency.
dude.
This remarkable
Thank you for watching,
all-natural
brother.
pill is being called
Good to
Viagra
hear
on
from you, Ben.
steroids. So what are you waiting for?
You're a good man.
About my
Now and
first
ask how to get
concert.
your free supply.
What?
Call right now.
You
and
saying
get your
very
free
first
supply.
ever?
Call
Yeah.
800-605-1709.
You're gonna laugh then because it's when I was a kid.
800-605-1709.
My parents
It's like
took me and my
Viagra
little
on
sister
steroids.
to
Get your free
the
supply.
fabulous
Call
Fox Theater.
800-605-1709.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
800-605-1709.
Oh, Jesus. God, kill me.
You asked. You said
Kill
first.
me.
I was like 8. It's not my fault.
Oh, it's horrible.
Independent Tire.
My first, I was 16. I saw Journey.
7.
That's awesome.
When they did Don't Stop Believing, thank you.
KMOX.
Hell,
Here we go.
just talking to my producer, Mike, off the air about first concerts we saw. Mike said his parents took him to see, when he was like 8 years old, Peter, Paul, and Mary. God, kill me. Dear Lord in heaven. I saw my first concert was Journey. I was 16, and it was the year, the Escape Tour. Don't Stop Believing. Hold on to that feeling. Yeah, baby. I was there. I was crushed against the barricade at the Omaha Civic Auditorium. Right up there. I literally had to be hauled out because I was being crushed against the barricade. It was sweet. It was so cool. Anyway, hello, I'm Rob Carson. You are listening to News Radio 1120 KMOX. You can watch my fabulous, and I'm just going to say to the men in the audience, be careful if you share this link with your wife, because she might look at me and go, damn. And when you are together with your wife again, she's going to be thinking about me because I am ungodly hot. Facebook at Rob Carson Show. Facebook at Rob Carson Show. Will you do that? Will you do that? New course at SLU, which teaches you how to address people who are smacking their kids around in the grocery line or outside in the grocery store parking lot or whenever you see it in public. And I have no stomach for it. I was abused as a kid. Ain't got no stomach for it. And I will get in somebody's face if they're been abusing their kid. And maybe that makes me a busybody. I don't give a rat's behind. But I have no tolerance for verbal and physical abuse of children. And if you see it in public, it's much worse at home. If I would have had someone to rescue me as a child, I would have begged for it. But SLU is saying, here's how you do this. And there is a way to do it without making things worse. Ginger is on the line. Ginger, God bless you. Thank you. Welcome to News Radio 1120 KMOX. I'm Rob Carson. Go.
I'd like to know any tips that you have when I'm done talking, off the air, or I don't even know if we get your show in a little while, but I have seen so many things happen, and one time I did step in myself. I overheard a man hollering at his 2 or 3 year old at a place where I used to work. It was a store. And I went up to talk to him, and I just started crying, and I told him that I had been abused all my life. And I said, please don't do that to her anymore. She's a precious little child. And so what if she did something? Please don't do that. Please appreciate her and love her, and then she'll grow up better. And he said, oh, okay, and he seemed to really care. And I read an article by Nikki McWhirter many, many years ago, and I think she's not with us anymore. But she said in a column that she went into a bathroom and she witnessed a mother being horribly abusive, and she went up and said, "Excuse me, I'm store security, and you cannot do that to her." And she said that helped. And then I was in another store maybe a year or two ago, and there was a grandma with her little child, and he was very irritable and crying. And I said, if he could get some water, because water helps with everything no matter what. And I told her, please, get him some water. Everybody needs water. He can breathe better and he'll feel better. And she said, no. She said, I have to take him home, and I don't want him drinking any water now. And so I went up to a manager, and I said, please tell this lady she really should let her grandson have some water, because if we aren't drinking water enough, it can kill us.
Yeah.
And
Ginger, let me just say this. Let's say this. If you see an abusive parent, if you see somebody who you think is legitimately abusive, you get that damn camera out and you videotape them.
Camera, but I spoke up and I said, please let him have some water.
Yeah.
So the grandmother said, well, they don't have any here. So I said, yes, the manager will get him some water. And she said, no, I'm taking him home. Then outside that same store, on another occasion, there was a mother, and she was hollering at her little boy so horribly. It was vicious and mean for no reason. He was 8 years old. And
all right, Ginger, listen, I got to go. Ginger, we all have the ability to videotape. You use your cell phone. Videotape whatever you think is wrong. After the event, digest it. Wait, and if you think it is truly egregious, you save it, you share it with authorities. Jeff on the line real quick. Jeff, welcome to News Radio 1120 KMOX. Go ahead real quick, buddy.
Hey, Rob. About 3 years ago, I was working in the evening doing delivery that I do part-time for extra money, and I saw this young boy standing on a very busy street corner holding a very large sign. The sign had his name on it, said that he was 7 years old and he wets the bed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. The father was sitting in a van right next to him, making him hold the sign. I was so upset. I couldn't believe it. I called the police. They said they would not do anything about it. They wouldn't interfere. It's parenting, which I believe that is not any kind of parenting. I tried to call DCSF. Of course, at 6 o'clock in the evening, you can't reach anybody there. But it was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
You know what? I don't have a problem with occasionally doing something that is humorously embarrassing to a child. If your kid won't clean the house, you go out and you do a parental strike, whatever. That is shameful, sickening, ridiculous, and that man should not have the right to have a child anymore. All I can say, guys, if you see instances of this, you videotape it, you save it, you share it. And and I'm going to tell you something, Jeff, by the way, if the government won't do anything about it, you share it on social media. Maybe this is irresponsible. I don't know. But if you see a dad standing out there with an 8-year-old kid with a sign saying, I wet the bed, bull crap. You share that on social media. You share it on social media, and you share the parent who is shaming, and you shame that parent. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. My name is Rob Carson. I got to go. I'm going to tell you, and as much as I would love to do the show until 6 in the morning, I can't. It is a gracious gift to be on this radio program. If you get the chance, will you do me a favor and check out my Facebook page at Rob Carson Show? I do comedy. I've written comedy for Rush Limbaugh for 20 years, and I also do satire and blogs and I cook and whatever. Anyway, it's Rob Carson Show at Facebook, okay? Have a glorious evening. Rob Carson Show at Facebook, also Twitter at Rob Carson. Mike, thank you so much for a marvelous job producing the show tonight. Steve, thank you for having me on this wonderful and glorious radio station. If you want to write me personally, carsonontheradio@gmail.com. In the meantime, have a blessed evening, and we'll see you again next time on this show on News Radio 1120 KMOX. See ya.
Chris Raby for SSM Physical Therapy.
Thank you, bud. You did a great job.
Back pain, maybe.
Thanks. I will talk to you next week.
Had a lot of people watching it, man. Had a lot of people watching it. See you.
Need to deal with it any longer. Let the licensed physical therapist at SSM Physical Therapy help you. 50 clinics throughout the St. Louis metro area. There is a location convenient for you. Let them